Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cheryl Technology Channel, and this begins my journey. Oh, y'all expect me to say something else, huh? That was cray. So this video is about it's more of a multiple part series. So I'm actually having to abandon vSphere or VMware because there's a lot of things that keep crashing on it. There's a lot of things it won't do anymore. And I'm at the latest version, the last version I can have without buying new hardware. So I said, okay, fine. We're going to have to come up with some way to do things. So what I've decided to do is go with a piece of software called ProxMox. Now, ProxMox is very similar, except they have a community edition that's free. Today, we're going to go there. I want to walk y'all through this. So let's go to ProxMox. We're going to walk right there. We're going to go to the downloads part. And we're looking for the virtual, this right here, the virtual environment. This one right here. That's the one we're looking for. So we click that one. Then we go to ISO images. Now, I've already downloaded this. So I just chose the newest one, that one. And you click download. I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to do it again. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to create. I've already inserted the flash drive. You'll see it right here. Oh, whoops. Right here. This is my flash drive right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to format that and we're going to call it ProxMox. There we go, something like that. And then do you want to erase it? Of course we do. So let's erase that. I wanted to walk y'all through this because it's not enough for me to just tell you what to do. I need to show you and walk you through the steps of how to do this because I want people to learn from that have no knowledge at all. I want you to learn from nothing. If you have no knowledge, you can still do it. I can show you that you can still do it. I had no knowledge at one time and still don't have very much. At least I got some. So this is what this video is about. Now that we've downloaded it, you can see I'm recording OBS. Okay, so what we're going to do, I love Flight Simulator, by the way. So what we're going to do is we need to go get one more program. There's one more program we need to go get, and that is Rufus. Now, I have seen when you try to use Rufus to do these things. Now, if y'all need to pause the video to go do it, just let me know. Y'all can pause it, and you can go do whatever you need to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to open Rufus. Yeah, we're going to let it check. Why not? Now, it's got the right flash drive, remember, because we named it ProxMox, right? You just plug it into a USB, you format it, and then it does this. Now, we go to select, and you'll notice right here we have ProxMox. We're going to select that and click open. And yeah, we're going to have to do that, blah, blah, blah. We know. We're going to start that. Yes, wipe it out. So now you notice how in the target system it says BIOS or UEFI. So this image will do either or. I personally like GPT better, but it just depends on what it actually does. I don't know. It depends on, sometimes it does BIOS, sometimes it's UEFI. I try to use UEFI every time, but that means that on my server, when we go to the server, I'm going to set up a tripod and things so I can record everything for y'all. So you can see the process of what it's like to do these things. Because it's not enough for me to just sit here and say it. Now remember, one thing I can tell you, when you're taking the flash drive out, just don't jerk it out. We're going to eject it first. That way it shuts all the processes down on it. Anything that's being written or read from it will stop. That way it doesn't corrupt any of the data. There you go. Now it's ready. Okay, so after it's ready, you go to close. Stop it. Okay, we're going to go to our here. Okay. Okay, so maybe that did it. Yeah, that did it. So we ejected E, and it was all. You notice that said that Windows run process? Yeah, that's part of the things you don't want to have happen. Okay, y'all. And into the next part we go. I'll probably be using my phone in this next part because I really don't have a way to screen record when I'm doing when I'm on another server that's not booted up yet. Hello everybody, welcome back to the second part of our series, ProxMox installation. So in this video, we're going to be examining, so right now I'm having to reinstall it on my server. So you can see what it's doing. It's configuring the memory. And then we're going to want to get into the BIOS here in just a second to switch it to a different standard. We need to go to BIOS instead of UEFI. So we're going to do that here in just a second. As soon as it gets to where we can get it where it needs to be, we'll do it. So let's see. Wait, and then we wait. I got 64 gig of RAM. That's why it's taking so long. 64 gig of RAM is a lot of RAM. So then what we'll do, I think it's F11 or maybe it's F2 to set the, yeah, so it's F2 to go into the system setup where we can change the BIOS, because remember in our last video, we changed the, it was under BIOS or UEFI, but I found that if it says it's UEFI, it rarely works. Okay, so I found my Samsung Evo drive. That's the drive I put pretty much everything on. So what we'll do is we'll install the operating system on the spinning disk and then use the SSD for all the storage of the VMs and stuff. Now, this is what the BIOS looks like on a T410, right? Okay, so let's go down to boot settings. And we're going to go, see how it says UEFI? We're going to change it to BIOS. There it is, USB boot drive emulation. Yes. Hard disk. We want to see it as a hard disk. You scroll up. Okay, now we should be good. Let's exit out of that, save changes, and exit. Let's do it. So now to go through that whole 10,000 year process again. And basically what's going to happen is it's going to see that there's an operating system on that drive, hopefully, and then it's going to boot from it, hopefully. Let's go in and uninstall all of the partitions that I have. F11. The BIOS boot manager, did you see how it changed from UEFI to BIOS? That's why we went in and changed that setting. This will allow us to switch between legacy and UEFI. Okay. So you notice it's saying 2 virtual drives. So maybe we ought to run Control-R first to erase. There we go. So what we're going to do, that's what we'll do. We'll put the, okay, so let's, ooh, I got to try to remember how to do this. Operations F2. Delete disk group. There we go. Boom. VMware is gone. Now you notice that's PM storage. That's 18. It's almost 2 terabytes of storage. I got so much storage here. F2, and I think this is actually a RAID 6, I believe. Yeah, it was a RAID 6. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go F2. We're going to create a new virtual disk. And we don't want it to be that. We want it to be a RAID 1 for that. Okay? For the disk we're going to do, we're going to select the top 2 disks, tab over, VD name. We're going to call this ProxMox. And the reason we're doing it this way is because we don't want to take up a lot of time, so we're gonna initialize it as it's configured. Y'all with me? Okay. And it's just telling you, hey, I'm gonna destroy all this data. Look at that. Initialization complete. Look at that, John. Now this is where I'm running into issues too, because You'll see here in just a second. Let's F2 that bad boy. We'll create a new one. We'll go RAID 6. And then we're going to select all 4 of these disks. Now, the reason I use a RAID 6 is because of this. Now, everybody's got a darn opinion on this. Everybody. The reason I do it this way is because you can have 2 disk failures and it still run right. That's when you start to lose data after 2 disk failures. The good thing is I've got a crap ton more of these. So we'll tab till we get to the name, and we're going to call this just storage. We'll call it storage. Storage 1. There we go. That sounds good. Advanced settings, and we're going to initialize it. And then OK. Then we're going to say, frig yeah, we want to destroy it. Okay. So now, that's the first step. And then we're going to go exit, OK. And then control, delete to reboot. Then we need to select our, so basically y'all saw that. We had to delete a bunch of stuff before we could even start because it had existing configurations on it. Now it's all gone. So now we can go in and we can do what we need to do. So we're going to basically now hit F11 to go into that BIOS boot, and then we're going to select that USB flash drive. And we're going to see if that actually works. See, I want y'all to see the whole process of this. There it is. See, it says entering BIOS. So see, this stuff isn't very hard, y'all. It's just, you need somebody to show you in the beginning how to do it, and then after that, you can take it and run with it. That's what I did. Okay, you notice my memory speed's only 1067, but it's a server. I don't care. It's running applications all the time, and I've got quite a few more videos about this because I want to really get into each one of these. For instance, my Unify controller will be one of the things on here. So see, it sees that Samsung SSD right there. You can see it, the Evo drive. That was a pretty expensive drive. And then we keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. There, we'll just manually select it. So if you just click, look at that. Look at that, y'all. Install it. Hopefully that's what I just clicked. Okay, so we'll go to I agree. And then target disk. So you notice it says Samsung SSD, right? We didn't want that. We want that one, the 465 gig one, because remember, you install your VMs on the flash, on the fast stuff. Go to next. Country. Y'all know where we live. We live in the US, bro. United States. There we are, right there. Okay. America, and we're Denver. Okay, next. Okay, host name, we're going to call it, let's call it ProxMox. Make sure this stuff is right, y'all. There. That should be it. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All that looks good. Install. So then we wait. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cheryl Technology channel. And here we are again. ProxMox is finally installed. As you will see in the previous video and the video before that, we have done everything. I showed you how to set the flash drive up, how to get it all ready, how to go into the BIOS of the server, and how to set that up. And now we are finally at the point of logging in. Now, make sure, I'm going to blot most of this stuff out, but make sure that it's HTTPS :// or front wax, what I call it. Thank you, Toby. And 8006 is the port you need to enter at the end to be able to access this server. Remember, servers have ports. If they're not open, if you don't add that, it doesn't know. So here we go. Let's go. We're going to proceed. Whoa, ho, ho. And the username is always root on ProxMox, as far as I know. We'll just go log in. Yeah, we don't care. Whatever. Here we go, y'all. This is it. Check it out, bro. This is what the dashboard for ProxMox looks like. In our next video, we are going to set up a virtual machine, specifically Ubuntu, and I'm going to I'm going to run a script, and I'll provide the script later. In the next set of videos, I'll provide the script that you need to run to get the Unify controller. Yes, I did say that. The Unify controller set up on Ubuntu without having to do a bunch of work. I found a script, and I actually copied it to my NAS. So we're good to go there. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope this will help you to get started going on ProxMox. I am going to use it, and we are going to figure out how to do this. So there you go. Until the next time, y'all, thank y'all so very much for watching. May the Lord keep each and every one of you and walk with you every day that you breathe breath on this earth. And until next time, thank y'all for watching. Peace.